Hi, this is Nathan, your neighborhood arcade and pinball talk guy. Today we're going to be reviewing Blackout by Williams Pinball. Please look for our review underneath the description of our YouTube video, as well as like and follow us on Arcade and Pinball Talk under Facebook groups, as well as Arcade Pinball Talk on Instagram. Please look for that red subscribe button. You know you want to hit that thing. I mean, it helps a brother out. Go ahead and hit it. You know you want to. Let's get this review started, shall we? First impressions, this is going to be a table that has no soundtrack just because it's an older fixed date table. But, you know, pretty cool looking layout so far. I mean, the playfield looks pretty cool. And you have quite a bit of stuff going on this thing. I mean, the flipper gap is not too wide. As far as table mechanics are concerned, you got two kickers above the flipper. Some call them bumpers, some call them kickers. You have two in lanes with some rollover 3,000 points, two out lanes at 2,000 special. You also have some target scores to the left, which are lit up that you want to hit. You also have a scoop to the right, which says eject scores lit. And then, of course, you could categorize that to extra blackout 5,000 and so forth and keep moving it up the middle of the table. Three drop targets to the middle, as well as a lane that with a spinner that goes up the left that you need to engage up to 50,000. You also have a couple targets and mushroom bumpers to the middle, three columns, as well as some drop targets to the right, and a lane up there, as well as a lane in the middle coming back to the middle of the right side of the table. So all in all, a pretty decent kind of layout. I mean, it's got a nice little flow to it, and as you just noticed, this table speed on this table is there. So, you know, sometimes I want to play defensively, and you know, sometimes I don't. This table, I don't feel like it's as fast as a Black Knight, for instance, which I would do a double paddle up, worst case coming down the middle, just because it would have a high ball out rate, but this one doesn't seem as fast as that one. But yeah, it's smooth. I mean, look at the trajectory of the ball. Kind of light up some of those targets to the left there. Artwork on this thing is great. Wow, that was fast. Artwork on this thing is great. I mean, look at it. You got some people in space kind of floating around, a little explosion. They're getting kind of blown away. So artwork and theme are working really well. No soundtrack on this, so that'll be just an average score that we use at a 7 or an 8, depending on what soundtrack or any noises that we have as sound bites. This one doesn't really have anything. Look how fast it is. You got an orbit, so I mean that completes an orbit up there. There you go. Try that out again. Sometimes you don't know if it's going to complete it, but you got an orbit to the left coming out to the right side of the table. Left orbit enter, right table, right playfield exit. It's not the same on the right. You go up the right and it stops it. So that's just something to keep in mind. And sometimes it tricks you because it's hard to call out an orbit until you actually get up there a couple times to make sure it is an orbit or not. But pretty good flow to this table. I mean, speed is there. It keeps the speed up. High ball out ratio on this. Replayability on this is going to be good because the difficulty is there. You know, fun factor is also there. So it's a great looking game. Theme and artwork work for this. The speed is there. You know, it's fun. It's definitely one to check out. If you can find it mechanically, do. If you can find it on virtual, definitely find this one. It's an old fixed date game, so it may not be, you know, in physical format everywhere you can find, but if you have the chance to play one mechanically, absolutely do it. Again, we appreciate you watching today, and we look forward to our next video. Thank you again.